Hey everybody, welcome to my channel. I am very excited because just earlier today I reached 100 subscribers, which sounds pretty minuscule and it's really not that much in the grand scheme of things, but to me it's a lot. It's been a long time coming and it's a really big milestone to reach, actually, surprisingly, because it's not that many. I've read a lot of things online that say that reaching your first 100 and your first 1,000 subscribers is one of the hardest things that you can ever do on YouTube. I wanted to sit down and talk about some of my tips for doing that. If anyone is trying to get to their first 100, needs a little motivation or some extra tips to get there, this is what I would recommend. First of all, let me introduce myself. I'm Darby. I like to do makeup videos. I really like drugstore makeup, and yeah, that's about it. Shameless self-plug. If you like that kind of content, go ahead and subscribe down below, and let's get into my 10 tips for reaching your first 100 subscribers a lot quicker than I did. Tip number 1. This is just more of a motivational piece of encouragement, I suppose. Everyone can do it. Anybody can do this. All you need is a camera, and who doesn't have a camera at this point in their lives with smartphones? Pretty much everybody has an iPhone or an Android or whatever. You can make a video, you can post it on YouTube, and you can make it big. That's something super important to remember. I think for the longest time in the beginning of my YouTube career, I was so worried because I was so far behind. Like, what's the point in starting now? I'm never gonna be able to make it. And well, guess what? I made it to 100. So that's huge. Don't discount the small victories. 100 subscribers is huge to me, even though it's not that big of a deal to anybody else. So anyway, anyone can do it. Don't forget that. Number 2 is to do something that people will love to watch and that will be a popular topic, but also make sure that it's something that you love. You're never going to get big, get popular, get famous if you're really not passionate about the things that you're talking about, but you still want it to be relevant and popular among a wide crowd. By doing this, by finding something that you love and also something that a lot of people will love, kind of gives you a little bit of a niche, and you can find a target audience and people that like the same things that you like. For me, like I said, I use a lot of drugstore makeup, and I think that appeals to a lot of people. I like a lot more natural looks. I mean, I'm wearing big fake eyelashes today, but I typically don't wear eyelashes. I like things to look a lot more natural and everyday, and I like to use affordable products. That helps viewers when they come to my channel. They kind of know what they're gonna get, and people who are interested in one of my videos will most likely be interested in all of them because those are sort of consistently the things that I produce. Number 3 is to be consistent. This has 2 parts to it. So 1 is be consistent with your uploads. Just get them out there. It doesn't have to be a set schedule or anything like that, but get videos out at least once a week. I try for 2 to 3 times a week. That is when you're going to get the most views. The more videos you have out, the more people will be viewing those things. So just be consistent with how much you're uploading. Try to just keep putting stuff out as frequently as you can. And on the other hand of consistency, you really want to be consistent in the content that you create. So you want every video that you have to be unique, but there also needs to be some element of consistency within each video so that people know what they're going to get and that they have familiar things. Some people will tell sort of a similar joke in all their videos, or they have a similar intro in all their videos, or something like that. Like I said, I use like drugstore makeup, affordable makeup for the most part, and so that's something people can really rely on. So when they come to my channel, they know what they're getting. While at the same time, all my videos are a little bit unique. They have that element of consistency in them. Number 4, and this one is huge, this one tripped me up for a long time, is to not worry about being perfect. It's really hard because you see a lot of people on YouTube who have been doing this for a really long time, and this is their full-time job, and they have all of these resources and all of this help to make and produce wonderful content, plus they have all the time in the day to do it. If you only have 100 subscribers, or you're working on your first 100, or even you have a couple thousand, you're probably not making much money off of this. So you probably have another job or other things to do in your life. It's important to not feel that pressure of you need to have perfect videos all the time. You really just need to get stuff out there. The only things I would really worry about is having good lighting and having good sound. So that's really easy to do. Speak clearly into most cameras and you will have good sound quality. It doesn't need to be perfect, like I said. I don't have any special mics. I use a Sony camera and I use the mic that's in the camera. I don't think that all my videos are perfectly audible, but they're good enough. And then I film just by an open window, and that gives me a lot of good natural light. Again, my lighting's not perfect, but it makes my videos very appealing to see that the subject, me, is well lit and you can hear me and understand what I'm saying. But aside from that, don't let the perfect videos out there stress you out. Just get content out and people will like you regardless. Nobody cares. I mean, some people care, but people who you should be worrying about don't care if your videos are, you know, absolutely perfectly edited, perfectly lit, sound great, you look fantastically amazing. It's okay if they're not perfect. Plus, when you only have, you know, less than 100 subscribers, not that many people are watching them anyway. I hate to break it to you. So don't worry about it too much. Use this time as sort of a practice run almost. You don't have that many people watching your videos, so it doesn't really matter too much what your content looks or sounds like. So just get it out there. Obviously, you want it to be good to some extent, but don't worry too much about making it perfect. I hope that that makes sense. Number 5 is to batch your filming. What this means is, say I want to put out 3 videos a week. I film all 3 videos on one day so that I just have, you know, a couple hours set aside. I film all my videos and then I have the rest of the week to worry about whatever else I got going on, plus editing all my videos. So Tuesdays are my days off at work for the most part. So typically on Tuesdays is when I will film 2 to 3 videos, and then those are what I will put up for the next week. That helps so much when you have a busy schedule. You're not really making money off of YouTube yet if you don't have that many subscribers, so it helps to have that kind of a schedule laid out so that you don't get behind, so that you still have time for all your editing and all of that stuff that really takes a long time. Number 6 would be to pay attention to possible trends. You can do YouTube trend searches on Google. If you look up YouTube trending topics, you can search for things that are popular, you know, in your country within the last couple of days, within different different topics within YouTube. And that'll kind of help you to know like what people are searching for so that you know what kind of content to create focused around what you enjoy creating. But also pay attention, once you have some content out there on your own channel, pay attention to what kind of trends are happening within your videos. What videos are getting the most views? Is it a certain kind of video? Is it a certain, you know, day of the week that people like to watch? Typically, I see a lot of views on videos that are posted on Fridays and Saturdays. So once you have some content out there, try to pay attention to those things within your channel. You can get on the YouTube Studio Creator, I don't know what it's called. There's like a YouTube Studio app. You can get on there and it will show you some of the trends for your videos, you know, how people found your videos, who is watching, how old they are, what gender. Those kinds of things can really help you to target your videos to a specific audience. Make sure you're posting them on a good day of the week, you're titling them correctly and all of that to really get as many viewers as you can. Number 7. This is something that a lot of people probably know about, but not a lot of people probably take advantage of. I've kind of felt the same way. I was a little bit skeptical at first, but then once I did it, I was pretty much converted. There is a YouTube creator, I guess, site. They provide tools to help you with, you know, your goals for YouTube. So it can be reaching a wider variety of subscribers. It can be getting to a place where you have paid content. They have lessons you can fill out, quizzes you can take, videos you can watch to help you learn new tips and tricks for meeting those goals. So that's where I've learned a lot of the things I'm talking about today, but there is a ton of information on there for no matter who you are, what step you are in your YouTube world. You can do this, you know, once you have 1 million subscribers and this is your full-time job, or you can do this now when you're just starting out, and they're all really, really helpful. So I'll link that down below so that you can find that. And I know that it's super helpful because I did it too and learned a lot of things, like little things that I was making mistakes in that once I changed really helped my YouTube game be improved. Number 8 is what I'm going to call shameless self-promotion. You really want to treat yourself as if your channel has millions of subscribers. Whatever your goal is, treat yourself as such. So in the beginning, when I was starting out in YouTube, I was really kind of embarrassed because I wasn't getting that many views, which, you know, still to this day, sometimes I don't get that many views. It just doesn't get to me as much anymore. But in the beginning, when you're first starting out, it can be very embarrassing and hard to want to promote those videos. But you have to think about where you want to get to and treat yourself as if you're already there. So think about your goal. For me, it would be, this is, you know, a full-time job for me. This helps pay my mortgage or something like that. So you have to treat yourself as if you're already there. If I'm treating myself like where I'm at now, I only have 100 subscribers, I'm not going to be willing to share my content on my other social media platforms. I'm not going to be willing to shout out my other videos in my current videos. But if you treat yourself as if you already have a bunch of subscribers and people care about what you're saying and they love you and they want all of the videos that you have to put out, you'll be sharing your videos on your Instagram, on your Facebook page. You'll be sharing them with your friends and family. You'll be talking about it all the time because you're so proud of your accomplishment. So you really have to think about yourself being at where you want to be right now and treat yourself that way. And I think that's a good tip for life overall, but definitely for your YouTube career, because that will help you a ton so that you can be proactive in self-promoting shamelessly, basically. Number 9, and this one is pretty huge as well. Pick good titles for your video. You need something a little bit eye-catching, something that people will be searching to find. If you do something very, very generic, it's likely that your video is going to fall at the very bottom of a very long list of videos. So you need to have something that's very specific so that first of all, it's something that people will be searching for, and second of all, it's something that doesn't have a lot of content surrounding it so that when they search it, your video will pop up near the top of the page so that they find you and they watch your video. If I pick a title called My Favorite Makeup, that's pretty generic, and if you look that up on YouTube, I'm guaranteed that there will be thousands and thousands and thousands of videos surrounding that topic with that same title or those similar words in their title. If you type something like my favorite affordable makeup from some drugstore brand, then you're more likely to get people who are researching that specific brand, and less videos will be popping up with that same title. Picking good titles is super, super important, especially while you're young in the YouTube community. So with smaller channels especially, YouTube really, really helps you out with their algorithm somehow. You always end up at the very top of searches or in, related videos on the side when people search videos. YouTube is really good about putting the smaller channels into those areas so that people find them a lot faster. If I go onto my YouTube Studio app, I can see kind of how my viewers found my videos. And for the most part, I would say a majority of them come from the related videos section on the side of other videos, which YouTube does that for me. So it's pretty amazing that YouTube will do that with smaller videos. So if you pick good titles and you rely on that, you should be getting a lot more views a lot quicker. And finally, my last tip. This is a good one, a fun one, something you probably are already doing or want to be doing anyways, and that is to respond to comments. This seems like a schemy thing to say as like a way to get more subscribers, but it really does make a difference. Plus, it's super, super fun. I've made some really good YouTube friends and created a really good community where we can talk about makeup and about fun things on my channel just by responding to commenters. And those people have stuck around and are always consistently watching my videos and commenting on my videos. So I really think that this is a big tool. Not only is it a tool, but like I said, it's really fun and a great way to make friends. And that's what YouTube's all about. It's about showing your content and engaging with people and finding ways to connect with people you wouldn't normally have connected with if it weren't for this platform. So that would be my last tip, and that's also the funnest. Hopefully these tips have helped you in some way. Just remember that you can do this and it is super fun. Don't take it too seriously. Just get your content out there and have a good time. Leave me a comment down below if you have other tips that have helped you see success on YouTube. I would love to hear other suggestions that you have, because there's loads of ways that people have found success on this platform, and we can all help each other grow. There's space for everyone and everyone can be successful here. So I would love to talk more about that with everyone down below. And thanks again so much for watching, and thank you if you are one of my 100 subscribers. This means seriously so much to me. You have no idea. I'm so happy. So thank you so much, and I'll catch you in my next video. Bye.